Hey guys, this is Cam for 15, back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another My Stepmom's Daughter is my ex episode review, and so far this was the wildest episode of the bunch that we got in here, and man, it's funny because when you have your sister grab your boxers or your underwears and you end up seeing Yume sniff them, you wonder, what are you watching? But it is what it is. And again, this part was definitely played up for comedic parts. Just the fact that the episode just straight up starts with her our boy Mizato's underwears or his boxers, and she's just like, why are you sniffing them? Like, seriously. And we find out some backstory that when they were dating, she just loved to just look and be very fascinated with things from Mizato. I'm like it was damn near an obsession. I'm like, okay, cool. And she says that's just her going back to her old, she says her doing this is going back to her old self. Again, and it's like, how do you get a hold of his boxer and everything? Which I guess we'll explain somehow. And she ends up like, well, I guess he's probably asleep, so I can go just drop him back. I'm like, why not just freaking just say, hey, your boxers fell to the laundry, here they are, and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's funny because then all of a sudden Mizuto walks up at the same time of his room, and he's holding her bra, and they have a freaking family meeting just to signal this whole situation and stuff like that. And she was only doing this because she was in fear of just, again, this whole game that they're playing of like, oh, whoever loses, whoever does something that normally, unique, well, they'll be considered the younger sibling. You'll have to call them Oni-chan, and stuff like that, which is hilarious. I think for her, it's calling him Oni-san. For him, it's calling her Ni-san. Which, again, this whole dynamic is hilarious, so that they're still arguing. Like, I'm like, Ninja, it doesn't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. Just call each other something. It don't, whatever. So they kind of like just explain to how they got a hold of these damn items for them, and it's absolutely hilarious. Like, it's just funny because even Yume is like, I don't believe you one bit. And he's like, oh, please, that's what happened. Because we find out technically for each of them in their case, the way they got a hold of their siblings' undergarments pretty much is they were in the laundry room and it fell out of the laundry. It fell to the dryer. They picked it up. Right as they picked up, their representative parent, whether it was for Mizuto was his dad, for Yume was his mom, just showed up and they just hid behind their back, like not trying to act sus. Now I think the story's freaking fake and facaded there, and everything. I think they just found it, saw it, and they just took, and they were just interested. And it was funny because Yume's like, you didn't freaking check out my cup size by feeling the bra or something like that. And he's like, please, why would I? And he's like, why would I do that? And everything. Which is funny because it's like he literally pauses just to think about that. He's probably like, damn, I should have did that shit. Fuck. And then he's like, no, why would I do that? I'm not a pervert like that. And she's like, really? You had to think about that for a second. And then he asked her the same thing, and she even thought about it because he's like, so what? Did you sniff my freaking boxes or something like that? Like a pervert? And she's like, no, why would I do that? Knowing damn well she did that, which means we know damn well that Mizuto did the same thing. This whole first half of this episode was absolutely hilarious because it's these two just pretty much trying to find a way to get out of this damn excuse for why they had each other's undergarments. Hilarious. And it was funny even in the middle with Yume thinking of like, Mizuto's gonna think of me as a pervert and stuff like that. I'm like, whatever. Anyways, the back half of the episode covers pretty much like the back half of the episode pretty much covers well, it pretty much covers Yume's friend that we saw in the last episode last week, and she's a lot crazier than I thought she was. All in all, what happens is Yume's walking home, sees Mizato with a girl, and of course, well, I wouldn't say of course, but she gets jealous because it's Mizato hanging out with another girl and stuff like that. And that's the first time he sees her, she's seeing this. She gets home to see that there's another set of loafers and everything, but we find out that's not, it's supposed to belong to another girl. Funny things ensue, and then Misato ends up freaking, we have a flashback to where we find out this individual, the black girl he was hanging out with, was actually Yume's friend she made last week, and pretty much she's asking Misato to marry her. Now, it isn't for any special reason, because she likes Misato. No, she wants to do this so she can find a way to get closer to Yume. Pretty much be a sister to Yume. And I'm just like, so you're just saying this because you wouldn't even love you, Misato. You're saying this because you rather try to have an affair with Yume. You might as well just come out and say you're freaking a lesbian, but okay, fine. It was freaking weird, and it's funny because he called up his friend, and his friend's like, yeah, I heard a story where, she dated some guy, and she drove the guy crazy because she just kept being with him and kept asking him all these things and stuff like that, and it pretty much mind effed him pretty much, which something like that would do that to you, but yeah, that's the case. But anyways, the episode ends off with Misato asking Yume to go on a date with him, and she's shocked. So okay, brother and sister going on a date. Okay, I think I might need to start. I think when I watch the show, I think I might need to start drinking some alcohol because what the fuck? He's just doing this effort to make it known that I guess you could say Yume's taken or something like that. I don't know. Whatever. It's gonna be interesting to see where the story goes. But all right. Anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode of My Stepmom's Daughter Is My Ex, as well as the subscribe button. You want to get more anime content that I upload to the channel or any other stuff like that. Till then, guys, have a great rest of your day and stay safe out there. Till then, guys, peace.